Hello, and thank you for taking some time out of your day to experience this guided meditation, which will guide you through a process of letting go of past goals, intentions, and resolutions that are no longer relevant or meaningful to you, or that simply no longer serve you, so that you can create space for new, more meaningful goals. Please don't listen to this or any other meditation processes like these while driving or moving around. It's going to be best experienced in a quiet place where you're not likely to be disturbed. At the end of this guided meditation, you'll be invited to relax into a deep sleep if you'd like, or you'll be guided back to full awareness. The choice is yours. Today, I will invite you to look at some flames, perhaps a fireplace or campfire, and that can be either on your screen or in your mind or right there in person. And so you can begin by just paying attention to your breathing. You can simply let each breath become a bit slower, a bit longer. Good. Just paying attention to the breath now. That gentle state of breathing in and breathing out. And just allow any outside thoughts or concerns to fade away in the distance as you focus on your breathing. And if you're looking at flames on the screen of your device or there in person, you can continue doing so for just as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to close your eyes, if you decide to close your eyes, you're welcome to do so at any time. This process will work just as well whether you're imagining the flames or looking at flames. The reason I'd like you to focus on the flames is because those flames are going to help us today. Fire is a very powerful force which can be destructive, but it can also provide warmth and the opportunity for regrowth. As the old is burnt away to make room for the new. And so just making yourself as comfortable as you'd like, whether that's sitting or lying down. Just allow your breathing to become a bit slower and perhaps deeper. Good. And you could decide that this is your time. There's nothing else to think about, nothing else to do. Just focusing on my words and focusing on your breathing. Good. Each breath in and each breath out, helping to guide you into a deeper state of relaxation. It feels good to relax. And sometimes it feels good to just let go. And over the years, many people become burdened by old goals and resolutions, dreams and ambitions that aren't really consistent with their wants or needs today. And so it can be helpful to let go of those old wants so that you can make more room, more energy available to plant the seeds for new goals, new intentions. Now, many people will write these goals down in a journal or maybe on a list somewhere. Sometimes those goals are just right up there in the mind. I'd like you to imagine finding those old goals now. Imagine sorting through your mind, or imagine thumbing through an old journal or looking through some old lists so that you can find those old goals. Those things that you once wanted to do, but now maybe not so much. Good. That's right. And as you find those ones that are rolling around in your mind, it might be helpful to just imagine that you're writing them in an old journal or on a list, some piece of paper, because we're going to do a meditative ritual of burning them up. Good, and still just allowing the breath to be slow and relaxed. And it's important to know too that you don't have to let go of any of these goals that you don't want to let go of. Some of them may remain appropriate, even necessary. Some simply important for the nostalgia. It's your choice. It is your choice what you let go of today. And so now, imagine looking at those words that are written on those papers, those journals, those lists, wherever else they might be written. And then imagine tearing those pieces of paper off or out, and then feeding them to the fire. Imagine feeding them to the fire as you watch those words, those old intentions, that old energy be consumed by the fire. And you may even notice a feeling in your body or in your mind or at your emotional center, a feeling of release. Perhaps even you'll find that you'll sigh a bit as you let it go. Let it go. And remember, it's very important to remember that you only need to let go of that which you want to let go of. Those things that are important to you and you would like to continue to strive for, you're welcome to keep those. And perhaps after this meditation, you'll find that you are reinvigorated, more energized than ever to complete those old goals. And you can go ahead and tear out or tear off another piece of paper of those goals and feed that to the fire. Watch the flames devour it, fueling those flames, giving them more energy, which you're going to be taking with you today. Perhaps you can even begin to feel the warmth of that fire. Hear the sounds of a fire. And again, perhaps feeling a sigh coming on, or a lightness in the body as you perhaps begin to feel unburdened. Good. I'm going to pause for a bit to give you the opportunity to continue burning any of those old goals, ambitions, intentions, any of those old resolutions, so that they're gone now. A part of your past, something that once interested you, that was once important but is no longer relevant. And I'll pause now, and you can continue breathing and releasing. Good, and now you can breathe in that energy from that fire. Feel that warmth. Feel all of that energy that's been released now, physically, mentally, emotionally, perhaps even spiritually. Perhaps you begin to feel more open, calmer, more relaxed now that you've let go of all that old chatter. And just know that each night as you drift into sleep, and every time that you listen to this meditation, you can continue to release more and more until all those old intentions and resolutions, goals are simply fading memories. It may be helpful to listen to this meditation every day for a week or two, so that you can start with a clean slate, And now you can begin to focus on those current goals, those future goals too, if you'd like. I wonder if there are 2 or 3 things that are really important to you in this moment that would be appropriate to focus on. Just imagine gathering up all the strength and energy from that fire, pulling it into you. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Pulling in that power, devouring that energy so that it gives you new life, new energy for your new goals. Or renewed vitality to old goals which are still important to you. Good. And as you think about those goals that are important to you as of this moment right now, you could imagine having a bit of a daydream where you take yourself to the future, having attained each of those goals, and noticing how wonderful it is to have attained those goals and to know that you did it. You accomplished those things that were important to you. And in the future, you'll find that it's easier than ever to simply discard goals and other things that no longer serve you in order to make space, to make room for those things that are important to you. Good. And now you could go back to just focusing on your breathing. Good. Just focusing on each breath. Going in and going out. That's right. Good. The more often you use this meditation, the freer you'll feel, and the more energized you'll feel. Now, in a few moments, you're going to hear the sound of a bell. And that bell is your invitation to either continue relaxing for as long as you'd like, perhaps even drifting into sleep if it's appropriate to do so. Or it's your invitation to return to your normal and wide-awake state. That choice is yours. It's always yours. And perhaps you're already making the decision now on whether or not you want to relax more or to emerge from this meditation and begin acting on your goals immediately. And if you decide to continue relaxing or even going into sleep, your mind can continue processing, releasing what no longer serves you and grasping on to that which does. Soon you'll hear the sound of the bell. I thank you for joining me today.